Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Tonight we are bringing you another Wind Waker randomizer tournament match. It is season 3, and this is should be a pretty hype match. It is Gymnast versus neefe, and is game 3, and it could be either one because they've both proven that they can win. And I am joined tonight by Gobbity Bobbity,
Yo.
hopefully, and Frostbite. Hopefully, I pronounced names right. And we should be
Yeah,
also be joined by Pogi in a little while. So, how you doing tonight, gentlemen?
doing just fine,
And I'm
and
going,
Yeah,
hyped
I'm
for this
excited.
really close match, hopefully.
and I'm going to set them off because I'm sure they're ready to go. And I will let you both do the commentary since I don't know much about this game.
Heck yeah.
It's
Thanks
a
for
Zelda
the
game, I know
good old
that.
introduction.
It is a Zelda game
Zelda.
indeed. Okay, yeah, I'm sure that most of you have probably heard of both of these runners. Gymnast being a really big figure, and neefe packing quite a punch.
I think I've heard of Junis before, once or twice.
Yeah, I think he plays like a couple of Zelda games, one or two. Okay, so this is a randomizer. So for those who don't know, all item locations are randomized. But luckily there's a logic. That means that every seat will be beatable. So as long as you
And
follow
we're
the
off.
intent of the game, yeah, we're off. So I don't really know what route these runners are doing.
Well, Neeps
Seems
is
like
not doing time step early, at least.
that's for sure. I think he's skipped in all of their races actually.
Hmm. Yeah, it's weird. It's like one of those tricks that I was against for like such a long time, and then I just started doing it just because whatever. I don't know. It's every time, but I don't know. It's like more items for windfall is always nice, but a lot of times you just get like rupees in a Triforce shard or something. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's really hit or miss to be honest. So to explain that trick, there's a sequence break that happens when Link like hits the center of the whirlpool, and because the game doesn't know how to handle that, it places Link on top of Diamond Step Island, and normally you'd need the hook shot to get there. And he also does a Wind Waker dive, which puts him beneath the island, and he can then clip up because of the water and enter Diamond Step early. And Diamond Step has 2 item locations, so he's hoping to get something good early for the early game. And we see neefe here doing Cliff Plateau. Jimmy's probably heading to Cliff Plateau straight afterwards. But so Gabri, do you want to explain storage?
So storage, you get the Wind Waker out, you gotta put it in your hand. If you climb up on a ledge and pull it out, you'll do a Wind Waker dive, which pushes you down, the camera pushes you off, and if you cancel that Wind Waker, 3 frames before you hit the ground, you activate a glitch called storage. Now storage allows you to pretty much store your next action. It puts you in a cutscene state. And it can do a lot of weird things. You saw a neefe kind of run up the wall there. That's with chest storage. He opened a chest and it gave him some weird properties. And we'll see storage probably a lot more throughout the run in different uses, and we'll be sure to bring that up.
Yeah, storage is an amazing glitch.
Yeah, it's pretty complicated, but that's pretty much the quick rundown.
Yeah, all you really need to know. And we're going to see neefe use the properties of chest storage here, allowing him to do what we call barrier skip. I think it was Moncol that made that term official, but so because of the small hitbox caused by chest storage, he can clip into that small like the iron bars there, allowing him to enter Bird's Peak Rock. So
Yeah,
3 minutes have passed, and we've seen like 3 sequence breaks already.
I know. And we see neefe going for Bird's Peak Rock with chest storage. Luckily, you can just kind of weasel your way in there. And Skullhammer, nice. That's our first useful item. I guess we haven't
Yes.
seen the chest stored items, but looks like we still don't have anything else.
Hmm. Maybe probably see him go to Thorn Fair next then, since it's so close.
Yeah. And that's like he's going just one quadrant north, so. And now we see Gymnast doing the same thing that neefe was doing, getting his storage. But he will not get anything good. Kind of a weird seat to not have anything good so far besides the Skullhammer. Skullhammer is such a weird item to get first. Doesn't really do much besides a few checks. And it looks like, yeah, Forsaken Fortress isn't even in the seed, so.
No, it's hardly
It doesn't even open up any dungeon logic.
Yeah, so like for the other game, you mostly just want to get all items possible before going to Windfall. Because that is the kind of the hub room of this game. There's so many item locations.
Jim's
Forest
trying
Girl.
to get in. Ooh, forest. Well, that's Tower of the Gods isn't in logic, but the good thing is that that pearl gives you mail anyway, so
Yes. The only pearl that's actually useful.
yeah. Jim is not quite clipping through like he wants to, but
That's always a feels bad man moment.
and here he goes. He is inside the wall.
If getting the platform shot there, not useful sadly. Unless he wants to go on an adventure out of inside of the game logic.
And there we go, Jim just sit through now. Ah, it was rupees in that chest, I see. No, no, that storage spot right there always gets me. I can never get it first try. Ever into the storage spot, fine. But that one. It's like 6th try every time.
Yeah, everyone has that one storage spot.
I
That's
don't
just,
understand. It's just a ledge. I don't get it.
I don't remember. Did was it? Did Diamond Step have anything?
No. Did not have anything. Yeah, so all of these sequence breaks really aren't doing much, which is kind of unfortunate, but maybe we'll get a lot more stuff on Windfall. They know what was in the chest they stored. Once you go through a loading zone, it'll show up in your screen just like normal, so you just have to check it. But things like rupees and Master Sword or Mirror Shield, those things change through quadrants, and you can obviously hear when you get rupees, or you can see if you have the Master Sword. But otherwise, yeah, you just have to check once you go through a loading zone.
Yep. So that can cause some problems, especially with like mail and stuff, where you don't know what you have until like 2 hours later when you get the delivery bag.
Yeah. It's weird. I've only had that happen once to me, where I've gotten mail from one of those chests, and I look like an hour in. I'm like, when did I get that? Like,
It's a magic. It's a magic trick.
It's a magic mail.
So neefe going to do Windfall. I think it has like 12 or 13 item locations, or yeah, at least a bunch of them.
Mhm.
So Jim probably going to head there afterwards as well.
Yep, maybe starting the kids side quest, because you can do everything while keeping the state of the kids. So you can like go to Tingle, you can do anything you want, and catching the kids stays between loading zones, which is makes it very efficient to go around Windfall, just catching the kids and checking everything you can.
Yep. So like items you're really hoping for in the early game are bombs, leaf, and maybe like power bracelets. Oh,
Power bracelets.
yeah. So definitely gonna be happy about that. as well as grappling hook, because that does let
Yeah.
you full clear Dragon Roost Cavern. Or not in logic, but I don't think our racers
Right.
care about that.
I don't think so. Yeah, it also gives puts Forbidden Woods in logic, which is really nice. Because you can full clear Forbidden Woods without grappling hook, even if it's a little bit obnoxious. But the fact that it's out of logic, if you know grappling hook super late and you're just like, I can go to Forbidden Woods and do it. A lot of the times, Forbidden Woods can just have kind of nothing in it because it's out of logic for so long. So it's something you definitely have to keep in mind too when you're clearing dungeons.
Yep. Yes, Nimbus. Pearls are useless, except for Pharaoh's Pearl, because that also gives you a mail check.
Yeah. But I think that's the one I gave platform chart, right?
Yes, it did.
So technically all useless.
Did neefe check his wallet mail? Yeah.
I think he did, but I didn't. I think he got Cabanity from it.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
and leave. All right, that's nice.
Who knows? Forbidden Woods might be an early dip.
Yeah.
They're really going to get bombs early though for those tingle chest checks.
Yeah, having bombs used to be really nice before the old tournament settings where tingle chests weren't, and it's still nice to get bombs. Allows you to do some tricks, allows you to do a lot of cool things. But in this tournament settings, bombs let you get tingle chests, and tingle chests are obviously required to full clear a dungeon, and sometimes you don't get bombs so really late, and not being able to full clear dungeons and like until 2 hours in is not very fun sometimes.
Yes. Having to go back into dungeons just to get that tingle chest is a terrible feeling.
Yeah, and sometimes it can even like Luck Logic and Dragon Roost. They'll have a small key in it. It's like, oh my god, get me out of here.
Just a bad experience.
Yeah.
It is possible to not have bombs in logic, I think, but that's on
Yes.
extremely rare occasions.
Yeah. Actually, my first race against Jarhead in this tournament, bombs weren't in Logic at all, and he skipped them.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Sounds like a scary seed.
Yeah. It was a very weird seed. And we'll see what the kiddos give today. Money. Nice. Surprised a kid like that have so many rupees, but hey.
That's all they're spending is there. Yeah, so with these current settings, money isn't that important, sadly. I think we use like a maximum of like 50 or 60 rupees. So, and having like 210 is way beyond that.
How you Morth hover to gain it without bombs? You do the bombless strat where you have to do the frame perfect arrow shot, obviously.
neefe choosing not to do Myla.
Yeah, this is a pretty common thing to skip Myla if you don't have anything else to do while you wait. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but for example here, I mean, she could have grappling hook, which would be really nice. And then you could full clear paw print, but that's pretty much the only really good item before going to paw print because they already have leaf and power bracelets, so there's not much Myla could have that would really open up logic.
Yep. So Myla takes just so long to go around our bottle. Yeah, Myla just takes so long to go around the island that it's better to use your time otherwise. So a bottle, that does mean that neefe could do all of Outset and Grandma.
Yeah, having early soup is really nice too. we'll see what is in here. Paw print, 4th of a percent. Pog.
Oh,
Grappling hook. All right. Well, now you can full clear
okay.
paw print. That's a
That's an
Alright.
extremely good item.
yeah. Getting grappling
Except,
hook really early in this seed is really good too with all the dungeons.
yeah, except for bomb checks, he can full clear DRC and Forbidden Woods,
Mm-hmm.
which is a really good feeling. I mean, who knows? We might get bombs here as well.
Yay, Dinsboro. We can almost go to Tower of the Gods. Wow.
Yeah, because I think in both DRC and Forbidden Woods, you can get small key locked without bombs.
Yeah.
If you're extremely lucky.
Yeah, usually you would the small key would be in the big key chest, but if you're really lucky, like me all the time, both small keys are it's also in the big key chest, but it's also in the tingle chest.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain both runners know how to do small key skip though.
Yeah.
And if not, they could use the warp pot from Forbidden Woods later to go back to Dragon's Cavern.
Especially if you remember to do it, unlike me.
I mean, you could also always zombie hover up to the second floor.
You know what? I think someone's done that before in a training race. I don't know who.
Probably someone who's really good at mashing.
I don't know. I want to go that far, but it's weird. Almost one tumble's almost in logic, which is kind of strange.
I think it is. Oh no, yeah, command melody. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the only thing. I don't think it'd be a good idea to go so early, but I mean,
I mean,
with all the
sometimes
items.
you get those seeds that
It
just
is
want
a
you to
dress
go.
seed after all.
Oh yeah. And they are notorious for being extremely mean.
Yeah, so we have both runners saying goodbye to Mila.
Jim going
Coming
to
back for later.
Eastern Ferry first,
Mhm.
hoping to get the grappling hook before he goes to Paw Prince.
Yeah, probably. Little
But
does
he has
know.
he has as little does he know. So yeah, neefe can go to either Forbidden Woods, Dragon's Cavern, or Outset. I think are all good choices.
Yeah, and he's going to outset. It is kind of you have so many. It gives you so many items early. It's like, well, does it just want me to rush into dungeons, or does it want me to do more overworld first? It's kind of a hard call to make because you really can't know. But
a lot of people like going to Outset just for the soup.
yeah, I can't blame them.
Someday the fastest like tournament settings race I think was Jim with a 119 or 116 or something like that.
That seed that Jim ran still haunts me in my sleep. What is? I can't. That's. Oh my god, that seed is insane.
To put it lightly, it was a really good seed.
I was afraid I couldn't watch that seed live, but I went to the bottom like, oh, 119, that must have been a pretty fast seed. What happened? And I was like, on my floor, mouth drooling by the end of the. I'm like, oh my god. That seed.
Yeah, that's the kind of seed you sell on the black market.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, so both runners are kind of taking the same route, just in a slightly different order. Just kind of strange, but besides Diamond Step, but that didn't really put Jim in the lead at all, so.
Nope. neefe could also choose to Diamond Step early after this, but because it's really hard to route in Diamond Step later.
Yeah. Especially when you already go to outset. So yeah.
I'm not entirely sure who rolled that seed. I think it was a restreamer though. It's maybe like Lost or something.
Yeah, nothing good from the fairy, but hopefully Gurm will have something. Yeah.
Rune is about to get validated.
Yeah, so I was saying having bombs for tingle chests and stuff is really valuable, which is probably what I'd imagine both runners want right now before going to DRC, even though they both have the grappling hook now and stuff, they can full clear really easily. Just because there's so many, not being able to full clear dungeon sucks when you go into it. When
Yeah.
something otherwise you could.
Bombs
It's
is
like you're
all.
not locked for progress, you're just locked because you can't get a chest. It's like, okay.
Bombs is also really useful for like just like getting dives over bombs or like just having other strats available.
But on the flip side, it's like, well, bombs could be in any of the dungeons, so.
Yeah. And dungeons have the highest item density, so
Mm-hmm.
you always have that in the back of your mind. It'll be interesting to see what Jim decides to do.
Yeah.
If he follows the same route that Neefe did, or if he runs straight to Dragon Roost Cavern.
And
Ooh.
yeah, Grandma's uses too. I feel like, oh man. Yeah, this is a really hard call. Where to go.
I mean, the correct call is where Bombs is.
Yeah. He's going to Great Fish. I guess he's gonna go do the fairy check then. Because he doesn't have delivery bag to do the side quest.
Oh, they're both
Also
doing.
Reef is going.
They're both doing West.
Alright.
Yeah, most people
Huh.
like to wait for delivery bag, but I
Yeah.
guess not.
Personally, this is one of the islands like to super swim to, but
I mean, what islands do you not like to super swim to?
I don't know. You won't believe me, but Angular Isle.
Wait, really?
I do it every single run, but I hate it.
Oh
So
yeah.
scary
Oh
every
yeah,
time.
because getting on top of the like block is a
Yeah.
struggle. Almost synced up.
Just a few checks.
Yeah, I reckon they're fairly even. I think outset takes like around the same amount of time as diamond step.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Well, this allows them to do DRC backwards at least now, so they can possibly not need bombs for the small key.
Yep. In case they don't do the small key skip.
Right.
Neef probably doing Bombile maybe.
We can see bombs and bomb mile. Always a good name.
And oh,
No, he's just going to Forbidden Woods.
okay, that's an interesting call.
Huh. It's definitely not a bad idea. I mean, You can get small key locked here, if they were mean and put the key in basement in the tingle chest. But other than that, I mean, that chest usually isn't very useful. And at DRC, there are more chests that you need to bomb for logic, so
Oh yeah, there's 2 single chests.
yeah. So I mean, that could be a reason, or he just might want to go here first. Likes it better. I don't know, but
Yeah, and with war pots, it doesn't really make a big of a difference since you can just return later.
Oh, gymnast, no.
Ooh, you might have to grab the ledge here.
No, you can't grab the ledge. That's one of the things I tested. I tested that so much. I was so excited.
Oh.
No, I knew you couldn't do that. Oh no, you fall too far.
Oh, okay, because that's happened to me so many times, and I've never grabbed the ledge, so I've been like, oh, I guess I'm just bad.
Well, maybe I'm bad too. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah,
We got hook shot, so that puts
Diamond
oh,
step.
that's actually really good. Yeah, I put diamond step in logic as well, but it also allows him now to be able to get the big key chest.
Oh,
Here, 'cause it didn't
yeah.
boomerang. Yeah, so going to Forbidden Woods before Boomerang and Hookshot is definitely a strange choice, but it definitely paid off
Yes.
so far.
And it is possible for him to kill Calademos, although it's not an enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
Because you can kill him with
Nice
arrows,
storage.
I think.
Yeah.
Ooh. Jim going for the mega time save.
I need to start doing that.
It's fancy at least. Oh, wow.
Oh, there's okay, so Forbidden Woods was just the place to go. That is exactly what he needed. Wow.
Wow.
We'll see if Gymnast makes the same decision, but if he doesn't, that really puts him far behind.
Yeah, I feel like going to
Possibly.
Dragon Roost was like the natural play. So,
Yeah,
but who knows? Anything can happen.
right. And usually when I go to Forbidden Woods early, that's kind of my like bad habit that I do, as I go here way too early. But I mean, it's usually when grapple hook is in logic, so I mean, it's a little different, but it's nice to see it pay off every once in a while.
Yeah, and this works out really well for neefe as well, because now we can actually kill Calademos. And there's the small key, so not in a tingle chest, luckily.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really insane. And that's definitely going to put neefe pretty far ahead, I think. Depending on what Jim does next.
Right. Yeah, if Jersey has nothing, I mean, ugh. Yeah, I don't know where I would have gone in this race too. On the other hand, DRC could also just be loaded, but with different, like master swords and arrows. But
It could be a 2 dungeon go mode.
yeah.
So getting command melody will also open up a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It'll be interesting
Especially,
to see what else Forbidden Woods has too.
especially since neefe has hookshot, he can do all of Wind Temple.
Yeah. Okay, Gymnast is going to Forbidden Woods.
Ooh.
Wow. So that was a really good call with Gymnast, unless he goes to Bomb Island, you know. Still on the table. No, okay.
Okay. Okay, that's gonna make this a really...
And Boomerang's in Forbidden Woods.
Oh,
wow.
Forbidden Woods is stacked.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, I wonder what it was, because you can't get the big key chest without hook shot or boomerang. I mean, you could do some chest storage shenanigans, but you
You
need to
need
get
bombs
storage and that
to.
need bombs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you're really limited here. So it's really interesting that they both decided Forbidden Woods.
I guess it's just their speedrunner intuition.
Yeah. Wasn't just a guess, yeah. And Jim is going for his storage. Chest storage strat. You'll see just how fun chest storage can be. And that was the hook shot for Gymnast as well, so. But he doesn't know that quite yet.
Yeah, slopes pretty much turn into escalators with chest storage.
Yeah, so in the next room he has to void out, so he actually gets the hook shot. But he won't forget that, so.
Yeah, so the big danger with using chest storage is that if you save and quit while having a chest stored, that item is put onto the title screen, like, game file. So
Yeah.
you pretty much lose that
Lose
item.
the item forever.
Yep. So it can potentially lock you out of the seed.
And there we see he just voids out like that, and that guarantees that he gets the item now.
Yeah, Elijah. I'm sure you experienced that not too long ago.
Yeah, we see a lot of the time these runners are pulling out their leaf before going into these bulbs. And that's kind of puts you in the bulb immediately. Otherwise, you do a small little hopping animation into the bulb. Just a little bit of time. Since you get magic from the bulbs anyway, it doesn't really lose anything.
Yep, small time savers add up over 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Oh, green chew jelly. Incredible.
Alright, so what method do you think neefe will do for the red flower room?
I don't know, but I hope it's a ledge clip. Because it's so easy. I don't know.
Easy, fancy.
The other way is so hard.
Oh, the leaf bumps?
Yeah. I won't say hard, but it's just like obnoxious. It's just like it's 50-50 you get hit. Come on.
Getting that precise boomerang throw to kill the... what do you even call them?
Annoying.
Plant
Yeah.
thingy.
Yeah, a little plant eye. You can also place a bomb on it. That's you have a lot of ways to kill it. You can shoot a fire arrow at it. But that's pretty much just the easiest way to do it if you can get the line up for it. Eye vines, sure. Yeah, nothing really good in basement so far, but
Anything can happen.
yeah. They drained all of their Forbidden Woods luck already.
Oh,
Yeah, neefe is going for the leaf pumps. You know, I did manage to make it across this little way with Darren Boots method. Once.
Oh, do you mean the like speed boost?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I tried that as well.
Yeah, I do not recommend it. But it was sick.
Getting notes mom there. That could potentially be a required item.
Yeah, unfortunately, we still need delivery bag for that, but at least it's an item. Only 3 items, that's weak. If my dungeon doesn't have every single check be a useful item, then why did it even go?
Not even go mode windfall, SMH.
Seed sucks.
I mean, it's a trust seed. Come on.
I know, I mean, for a Tressie, this is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, maybe it would have sucked if it went to DRC or something, but I don't know, so far.
Yeah, it's almost too good.
Ooh. Gymnast getting wrecked by the P-hats. Too good.
Yeah, PS and the keys are the worst enemies in Wind Waker.
The treasure jet seed.
Followed up by a Magtail, sitting close third.
Pretty decent boomerang throw from neefe. Yeah, so what you want to do in this boss is you want to line up the boomerang so that you have some like yellow marks on the left and right side, and you want the boomerang to go all around the back of Kala Demos and kind of hit like all of the vines inadvertently just from the boomerang path. And you can get it in a 2 cycle. It's pretty much the fastest you can do it.
neefe barely managing to get the 1 cycle there.
Yeah, it's pretty tight with the hero sword. You gotta do 4 quick spins in a row. Not too difficult, but if you mess it up, it's tight.
Yep, he did have soup, but
Oh, that's right.
opting not to lose time, Kappa. And the killing Kalademos also gives you the what's that guy's name again? The letter.
The, Bido.
Oh, or Orca.
Orca. The letter.
Orca's letter.
I was thinking of letters and like, huh? I didn't study.
PhD in Wind Waker.
I mean, it's been enough years for me, I think.
So I think we're gonna see neefe going straight to DLC after this one. Yeah, Linkus, Tress Seeds, aka Hyrule Seeds.
Hyros. God.
Oh,
And
neefe
Commando.
getting
Like, okay.
that is an interesting. That just lets him do all of DRC and almost all of
Wait,
Temple.
who's that letter from? Because the Orca one was that bottle. What other?
Bombs.
Oh, bombs. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, what? Doesn't have delivery bag.
Opting to do Bombile first though.
Mm-hmm.
He could
Definitely
also.
not a bad idea while you're here.
He could also do Cabana Escape. But
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea either. Just get all the checks you can in the lower half done while you're here.
yep, since it's like in the vicinity.
And now we see Gymnast going for the bomb clip.
Best clip in the game.
Yeah, this is so nice. And he's through. Easy peasy.
Perfection. neefe doing Bombile, a notoriously mean island.
Yeah. If you want to go fast, too bad. This is the only island in the game where I see up in. But hey, it works, so. Oh, yeah, Linkus. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty dumb.
The other method is so fancy though.
I know, it's just so easy. It's like, yeah, I mean, usually when I do the other strategy, usually works, but it's like, it's just not the bomb clip, man.
I mean, no matter what you do, it's going to be a little bit risky.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one dunk from neefe. Does he get both?
Come on, 3-pointer. Oh, whatever.
Ooh.
Still worked.
2.5.
The floor extends out of bounds.
Yep, luckily.
Yeah, it's not a roll clip. Gymnast just wanted to be fancy.
Although that wall can be mean sometimes and just like drop link to the ground. Oh, it looks like he's doing cabana skip. Or delivery bag skip is probably the better word for it.
Oh, that was a nice boomerang throw. Yeah, so Gymnast got it down into... Oh, never mind. They're one of the back 4.
Okay, let's hope for the one cycle. Oh,
Easy peasy.
easy peasy.
Yeah, and we have neefe going to cabana to skip, like we said earlier, so that's good.
Yep, using the magical power called chest storage. Oh yeah, Gobbity, you're facing Linkus next.
Yeah.
And that is Jim getting his 5th Triforce piece.
Yeah, so in the past, we only saw chest storage used for climbing up walls, but this will be another use of what chest storage can just do, because you also go through the wall a little bit. And we'll see how that is going to be used. And there you go. Just hookshot the tree and you're through the loading zone.
Yep. As long as you hit the loading zone, the game doesn't actually care if you have the command deed.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the cabana deed, which sucks because we don't have delivered bag, so we have to do that regardless of having the deed. But usually what I found, if you don't get the delivery bag like super early and it's just hidden forever, cabana usually has some pretty good things in it for you, so we'll see what we got.
Yep, and it does have 2 fairly fast checks, so
Yeah.
might as well. Jim going straight to Southern Ferry though. Could hit a gold mine there.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, I usually don't like going to sailing to Southern Ferry. I like to sail over places first just because you can warp directly to it, but... doesn't really matter. And yeah, you saw neefe just kind of hit the pegs through the wall with the skull hammer. And that's because for a single frame, at the end of the hit, the skull hammer's hitbox actually extends through the wall and it can hit the pegs, so... or just kind of skip the whole maze.
Ooh, Cabana did not having anything amazing though.
Yeah.
Do you remember where Winnie God's area was?
Southern Ferry.
Oh.
I didn't read the iPod's messages. It's totally my own brain. Yeah, I'm like, he must have just gotten it, but I don't remember. Makes sense why neefe doesn't have it.
So that does let him full clear Wind Temple and Dragon Ridge Cavern. Oh, okay. And talking about dungeons, neefe going straight to DRC.
Yeah, and luckily, I mean, even though neefe will have to go to, well, he might not have to get When Gods Are at Southern Ferry, but there's a good chance that even though he skipped that, it's not going to relate to any progression for him right now, so it's not a big deal that he skipped that item for now. And it's such an easy check to get. Doesn't really put Jim that far in the lead that he has it, and he doesn't.
Nope. And Darcy also has a lot of checks, so
Yeah.
still not
Yeah,
looking
Jim is
too good
good.
on the swords and bows part though.
Yeah, not having
Miss-
Master Source for a while was always weird.
Yeah, it does make combat a bit more tedious.
Yeah. Usually you at least get one Master Sword pretty early, but game does not want you to have that. And if you blinked and missed Cabana being done with Skullhammer, don't blink again. The gymnast already done with it. I know, we're getting our hopes up for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, we could of course get the fabled double Master Sword high roll.
Oh no.
If there's someone who's going to roll that seed, I think it's Trez. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I meant that eyeball. Thanks for correcting me. I don't want to rat out my fellow commentator, Linkus.
It's okay. I'll go deaf and blind for a few seconds. I didn't see anything.
I can tell you one thing though. He's addicted to super swimming.
Oh, we have neefe doing that. Leaf over there. I actually haven't seen that before.
Oh, yeah, he did it during the last match as well. Yeah, so Linkus, that could be his downfall. Oh, and looks like we have Poggy joining us.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everybody doing? I am really sorry about that.
We're good.
No worries.
Been mad chilling.
You have missed a very interesting seed so far. Oh, delivery bag.
bag.
Ooh, is it a good time for a little overall halter race?
Sorry, your mic cut out for a bit there.
Is it a good time to tell me how the race is going?
It's really even actually.
Yeah.
Both runners have finished Forbidden Woods, and yeah, the items are really similar.
Yeah, I feel like neefe is actually pretty far ahead at the moment. He hasn't done a few checks that Gymnast hasn't done, like Diamond Step, but Diamond Step didn't have anything. And it doesn't look like neefe is in a place that he wants to go there anyway, since he's getting so many good items other places. But
Yep, I think Diamond Step and Southern Ferry are the only differences.
yeah.
Alright, I see. And I do believe Jim is right now about to get the delivery bag as well, right?
And no, that is in Dragoner's Cavern.
Oh, I see.
So neefe just got the delivery bag. So
Right,
I
that
wonder
was in
if
the tingle chest.
Yep. So I wonder if he's gonna do those checks before entering Wind Sample or not.
The only checks that Jim has done is Diamond Step early and Southern Ferry, so
Yep.
really not much.
Oh, so I think he's a couple minutes ahead.
Yeah.
Although it's kind of hard to say.
Oh, Gymnast actually falling into the lava.
You hate to
Be
see
careful
that.
with those edges. These
Yeah.
Diamond Step really had nothing.
Yep. Bomba is notorious for a reason.
Link is begging for a bedtime step early. Confirmation bias. Lamau.
He probably already knew. He just wanted us to say it.
I know what Gobbit is praying for in his match versus Link is.
Oh, we're getting some Linkus lore. I'm down. Oh, I see, I see. We got some big PTSD on that trick. You know what? I respect it.
Dedication.
Yeah. I respect the pain. It's a lot of pain if you miss DSC. Like you're automatically losing quite a bit of time if you miss it only once. And it's still a struggle when you try to get it back on your feet again. If you really try it, even with the backup strat, it's a little bit. Yeah, that is right.
I mean, you could also always go for the leaf strat, although that is
3 minute time loss on it. Yeah, I mean in rando it isn't that bad just because you don't have to like that so comes out immediately, so it's a very, very fast action and there's a pretty decent setup for it, but yeah, it's pretty dumb if you just fail it. I mean there's a trick in my least favorite trick in the whole game for Wind Waker is Earth God's Lyric early. I will never forgive that trick for paining me all these years.
oh,
Once it's taken out of the route, I was so happy.
Oh, is that the roll quip?
Yeah.
Or I mean,
But-
you could always door cancel Kappa.
Gymnast now deciding to go.
It's okay.
Gymnast now is deciding to go into the DRC. Looks like it. Well, eventually he'll find delivery back, and I do think he's gonna do it backwards.
Jim shutting down the platform for some reason.
Door storage. I
guess he's maybe hoping to skip the like boss gear.
Yeah, which he wants to go down there anyway just because of the delivery bag. Usually you can see backwards in this new thing is...
Yeah, it used to be really good because there was just one check there, but
yeah, it's usually the key. Yeah, actually storing the door, yeah, not door cancel.
If I'm correct, apparently DRC had almost anything other than the delivery back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or that seems like it.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. The naming conventions for anything that has to do with a door sucks.
door teleport, door cancel, door storage.
Because we named chest storage, so door storage should be the same thing, right? No.
Dorage.
Ban.
Red not verified.
There's a boss key.
Bosky. I think that means
And there's the delivery back for Jim.
Yeah, so he went here anyway. Didn't skip it.
That does mean the last room is required, sadly.
Even though I don't think, I'm not pretty sure if there's a way to skip it if you don't have any chests left on the top. and I don't believe neefe left any check on DRC that would be storageable.
Do you mean the boss key?
Yes, I could be wrong though.
You can skip the boss key with a precise roll clip.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's used in the old dungeons route.
Or
Although
just store the chest, but
It's a bit weird. Oh yeah, I'm in for HD.
oh, HD. Just store the chest.
I mean, it's the
HD.
same game.
Just store it.
It's the same game, right, Kappa?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a pretty dumb trick, but possible.
Golden feather, PogChamp. That remains to be seen, Tuba.
unfortunately, we're gonna have to see a little bit of DRC action that basically has almost nothing. Gymnast is about to realize. Once he, of course, will clears all of the DRC. Sadly, he's not gonna find anything useful other than that that delivery bag.
Yep, which could lead to something, or not, because Cabana was empty.
Yeah, the door storage stuff is weird. I feel like I know the answer, but I don't want to actually answer.
There's the golden feather for Jim. Should be hyped.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a spoils bag yet, but I'm sure I'll get it soon. Wind Gods was in Southern Fairy Island.
Oh, Jim's doing backwards.
Yeah.
He already has checked. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to question the god himself, Kappa.
I mean, I do DRC backwards if I have the bow, only because I think it's faster to check on the under the rope bridge check, really, and also I think it's a lot easier to rely on going backwards instead of the small key skip. I just think it's like a tiny bit faster. It has worked out for me a bit of times.
And it's cool as heck.
It is cool as heck.
And it does let him potentially skip the like across lava check.
That's true too. Yeah.
And you also get the warp pod, so it's really easy to move around if you need to go back for any reason and check the rest of the stuff that's left. So it's really easy to move along the DRC backwards if you have the warp pods active.
I would say that neefe is winning, although there's not like a major time difference.
Yeah, neefe is only winning because of very, very slight route variation. And he can still go back for all those checks, so no one's really winning at the moment. But neefe is technically in the lead.
Yeah, neefe is quite like a little. You could say like half a dungeon and of an advantage, which is basically what is gonna happen. He might get a little more advantage if he gets something on Overworld or on the next dungeon he decides to go to. That will depend, of course, on Jim's routing decisions as well.
Yeah, like take it from a SD runner as well, who is committed to learning at least some render strats. There's a lot of strats. Dude,
Also,
every time I do a race, I get in the chat and it's like, hey, do you know what you can do to this strat? And I'm like, man, I don't even care anymore.
Also, oh yeah, I just realized we had the Moblins letter apparently for something stored, possibly at the beginning of the game.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Although
it just
I
showed
can't-
up on the delivery bag.
Yeah. So Neef's going to get that Wind God's area. So he could also run straight to Wind Temple.
Yeah, I think it was the top of Cliff Plateau is Moblin's letter.
I mean, basically, Winds of God area is useful for one check
Yep.
in one temple, and that's basically it. Because you can beat the rest of the dungeon without ever checking that.
Oh, Gymnast.
Yeah,
And
going
it looks like Jim's
for
trying
roll
to
clip
actually
here.
go for the roll clip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
First
There
try.
we go.
Huh.
Yeah, you can also
Alright.
you can also skip Wind God's area with relative ease.
Yeah. It's a little tricky, but definitely possible.
Especially with the chest storage, it's easy.
Oh my god. As much as I hate on HD in my own personal life, I gotta say, those rolls. Whew, those rolls are nice.
Yeah, roll clipping in SD is monk ass every time.
Does Neve have soup? I don't think he does.
They
So-
both have soup.
They both, and he's just going to check on the.
I don't
Is
think he
he-
knows himself. Oh, he's doing diamond step.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, there we go.
Alright, well that's a check he's gonna be upset he checked, but
So that does put them.
they're pretty tied. We'll see what strat Neef opts to do in Diamond Step. Because usually when people do Diamond Step early, it's, the same strat, but there's a lot of ways to actually do Diamond Step.
Oh, yeah, he could do the fancy thing with the bombs.
Yeah,
I don't think that has a name, but it's fancy.
yeah.
It's fancy and it is fast.
I'm so upset I forgot what the old clip was called. Bomb Push. That is true. That is the name of it. Great. I'm dumb.
Yeah, I think the
It was someone's name. Oh no, I forgot it. Oh.
oh,
Yeah, the L slide clip one.
I thought it was just called like ghost shots early or something.
Oh no, it had can't believe I forgot it. Whatever. And but he's not doing any of those, so.
It looks like he's going for the good old just skipping the pots. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So the regular DS early strat.
Sad that he's not going down and hookshotting from the bottom. You can just go into the corner and fall down and hookshot, but it's whatever.
We did not have the spoiler logs, but if we did, they would say light arrows are vanilla.
Yeah. But at least you get to see Leaf going through here.
Yeah, no one has these spoiler logs
Yeah.
because turning them on actually changes the seed hash. So
Yeah.
no one has the seed hash except for maybe Lego. Maybe he has like a secret method. But
Yeah. I wish there was a way to like be able to give comms the spoiler log, but at the same time, it kind of takes away the excitement.
yeah, being like, oh wow, vanilla light arrows. Ah, I didn't know that for like 2.5 hours.
Also, I do think that it's interesting that at the end of the day we don't know where if something like light arrows gets is the one that's missing, or like the last master sword. Like, I do think those are the hardest items to track down because they don't have any reference like the grappling hook or the hook shot would have. So you have to just rely absolutely on your routing decisions and luck. And I do think that's part of the excitement that we get at the end. And so yeah, every time we get like the master sword or get light arrows at go mode item, it's always really Monka because it could be absolutely anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like our runners are almost at the exact same, right?
Yeah, pretty
time in
much.
the, in the run.
Yeah, Jim's doing Mila now. A little bit delayed, but it didn't seem to hurt anything. Can't wait for me to have Picto Box.
I mean, it does happen from time to time. And then the second picture box is in Lenso.
Yeah. It's the worst item in the game.
Maybe the mirror shield if Earth Temple is not in logic.
That's a pretty bad item.
Just because you have to get go to angular.
No, you will not downplay the hero's charm.
Jack White says the hero's charm. Whoa.
This one, Bandom, can we
Oh.
get a mod in chat,
Yeah,
please?
we gotta. This person cannot be in this chat.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, but you're wrong, sadly.
Yeah.
If you think telescopes are the worst item in the game, can you get a mods? Hello?
any admins over here, please?
Yeah, do we have
I'll have
AFK
you know,
mods?
telescope is used for barrel skip in HD, so that is.
But if we're talking about rando, yeah, telescope is horrible to
That
get. It
is very
messes up your
useless.
menu.
Oh, I love it though. You never get it.
It has sentimental value.
Exactly. Any bottle after the first one sucks.
Hey,
I'm
you get the
saying
suit tube.
But having all four is amazing, though.
Yeah.
Both runners waiting for Mila here.
And what do you have, Mila? What do you have?
Tower of the Gods is open!
Yay!
Awesome!
In before Jim just goes to Tower of the Gods.
You know what? Why not? It's a nice warp to Forbidden Wizard DRC if he wants to go chill somewhere. Why not?
Yeah, we got TOTG %, and it's useless today.
But we can also do the Zenari side quest now, which is nice.
I'm surprised they're not dipping Wind Temple early. But...
Yeah, I feel like, man, it is kind of a hard call because you're committing so much to a late game dungeon, but there really isn't that much else to do besides a few overworld checks.
So here's Jim about to get 100 free rupees that will absolutely serve him for nothing.
Now you can go gamble at the auction.
And okay, there's neefe going for Wind Temple.
Ooh.
Yeah, all right. Definitely not a
So
bad decision, just a hard one call to make.
yeah, if they still have checks on overworld, it's probably a little hard decision to make. But let's see, because it looks like Jim is not going there.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
doing Sonari first.
yeah, Jim's gonna do Zenari. I'm not sure if he has any checks left. If he has checked Western Ferry, I think he has. 'Cause
Yes,
it's not checked on his tracker.
both runners have.
Yeah.
I will unfortunately if Sonari has nothing, this will be a really sad trip. Because he will most likely end up going to Wind Temple right after checking Sonari.
I mean, who knows? Wind Temple could be stacked.
Yeah. Honestly, that's kind of expected at this point. Overworld really has been very good.
But then again, Hyrule could also be stacked.
Then again, it's Trash Seed.
Yeah, if Hyrule is stacked, we know this is the best seed ever. If we have 2 items in Hyrule, it's Pog Seed.
In before both picture boxes are in Hyrule.
Oh no.
Alright, so let's see if Wind Temple will get the surprises right off the bat. Even if he gets a small key, it's really good.
Mhm. But we will see what Zenari has first.
And there's an empty bottle. Working our way up to
Yay.
bottle %. And there's a small key for Wind Temple.
Alright.
So off to a fairly good start for neefe in the Wind Temple. And I'm pretty sure Jim is going there right now. So I don't think there's any other place there's left for him to go right now.
Yeah.
At least not available.
Oh, I guess it's not a hard call to make if you have all the logic done well.
He could do Earth Temple, but I don't think that's a sensible play.
Yeah. Since half it still isn't even the logic. Yeah, you know what? You might as well just go mode ET for the letter. I agree. I feel like that's worked out once or twice before. Couldn't pinpoint when though.
Yeah, I think I've seen that happen somewhere before. I am not quite sure where. Now we'll get to see what the jungle chest has for us.
Jim has not lost. Definitely not. Even though he is behind right now, there's a lot that could still go wrong.
Yeah, and he's behind for one check, I would say. He's just entering one temple, and neefe is just checking off the second one.
Yep.
So
neefe.
there's a lot of ways for Jim to get back on track.
And neefe could end up doing Scenario after Wind Temple as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Plus, if
so
we
they're
get
both pretty
fire
even.
ice arrows, it would be convenient to go Chicken Noodle Rock as well as the Trading Cyclist.
Ooh, with Ice Shrew.
What is your trust scene? So don't get your hopes up. When Temple's a go mode dungeon, calling it.
There's Jim getting his small key.
Good.
It's always really good to get a small key early in one temple. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And there's that Earth God's lyric, which it's pretty much skippable in almost every given situation.
Yeah, I guess technically it is. But it's
Yeah.
nice to have if you need to just thoroughly check Earth Temple.
Especially if it's not a go mode Earth Temple.
Definitely not impossible. But
It's one of those items that are useful, but are not really necessary.
for go mode, you need the fully powered Master Sword, which is 3 separate Master Sword checks. You need fully powered arrows, which gets you light arrows, which is 3 arrow checks. Hook shot, you need grapple hook. Is that pretty much it?
Logically, you're supposed to require
And
the
You need
boomerang.
and the full Triforce.
Go try for us, yeah.
Technically, you could go without the hook shot, but that would require more hover, and you don't want to do more hover in rando.
Yeah, I think that has a 100% failure rate.
I'm going for it.
Also, whatever it is you need for opening a temple, like in this case, since they're in one temple, they would have needed the iron boots and the skull hammer to open it up, and for other temples like Forbidden Woods, you would need the leaf, and for Earth Temple, you need the power bracelets. So those are essentially also needed for go mode, even if you just need to beat the seed and not check the dungeon, because otherwise you cannot access it at all.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jim's getting hit off the vines there. Haven't been to trouble, but he's up now, so it's fine.
Yeah, neefe having to kill these darkness with the hero sword.
Oh my god, hero sword. Oh my. No ice arrows either to kill them faster.
Yeah, that butter knife not doing much damage,
Oh
sadly.
my.
Wow. There we go. There we go. It
Dude, drink some soup.
it almost seemed impossible, but he did it.
I know. He's invincible.
Yeah, this Dark Knight is it's a little slow even with Master Sword. And there's our mirror shield.
All right, that is required. So
We could be seeing some action in Angular Isles before we go to Wind Temple. I'm not sure. Also, I do think it's not entirely necessary, the mirror shield.
If you have light arrows, you
Right.
can skip it.
Yeah.
Right.
Although I feel like that's not going to be the case.
Especially at least you need it to full clear or something.
Also, that you just saw in gyms is the only use for Windsgata area, and there's Neefe getting his max rupees, which are absolutely useless in tournament settings. And now we get to see Jim also fighting off this Dark Knight with only the hero sword.
I mean, you could use the hammer, but
Sniped out of the air. God, this fight looks awful.
Yes.
Hurts.
And this Dark Nuts can sometimes troll you really bad by just doing a weird attack that is not very common. But if they actually do it, they will just take off 4 hearts and kill you. There's a Pictobox.
Oh wow, first box. All right.
So yeah, it looks like Wind Temple was a place to go now. For all that don't know, the Pictobox will open 3 checks in Windfall.
Alright, and Gymnast is done with his fight. Yeah, I mean, this entire race, I mean, it's pretty much just been Gymnast trying to play catch up. And
There's bottle percent.
great.
We know that Jim's gonna get it soon enough.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, for Neefe, he hasn't checked. It was Scenari, right? He hasn't checked Scenari, so he is not able to win the race yet. He still has to get bottle percent. So that is totally required. Yeah, that will indeed put Jim ahead.
Yes. It's gonna be interesting to see when or if Gymnast even gets ahead and catches back up. And it's been this way the entire race.
There's a second small key. And I'm pretty sure that's all the keys that you will need for Wind Temple.
Yeah.
yep.
And that is if a full clear is required, which, judging by the items they got, it's most likely. Well, it's almost sure that we're gonna have to check the whole temple, unless we don't find the compass.
I hope so. It's
Yeah,
okay.
nobody-
In my race against Linkus, I'll do it. I'll go back for it.
Here's the Pectolox for Jim. There's a big key.
Still no sword or bow upgrades though.
Yeah, none at all.
Oh, maybe Earth Temple is the pick.
Yeah, the
I mean, you don't get
absolutely
EGL, but
the absolutely required items are the only ones we're not getting here.
I think we all know what's coming.
Yeah.
Don't say it. No. Earth Temple's
Yeah, 'cause
definitely not stacked.
Yeah, because
It's all Hyrule.
Yeah, if we say it, it's not gonna happen. So let's not talk about
Right.
it and
Earth
pretend
Temple
it's not
is
gonna.
be great.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Earth Temple is gonna be godlike, dude.
Mirror Room is gonna be stacked.
I can't wait for it just to be like Fire Mountain, Needle Rock, and Ice Ring to be all the logic.
Ha! Good things you guys just can type, but cannot actually talk, so it doesn't count, Elijah. Good try though. There's ball percent, everybody. Yay! We got it.
All right, Gymnast wins with time of 119.03, matching his previous best.
Alright, so for a while, Jim and Neefe are gonna be in the same room.
Yeah, it is also important to note mention that this is the final match of the best of 3, so this will decide the outcome.
Yeah. Man. I wonder what.
So it's real interesting because if Neefe makes a mistake, like as little as it gets, if it loses him for about 30 seconds, there's a really good possibility that Jim will catch up really quickly. And knowing Jim, that is entirely super possible.
Yeah, Jim is right behind Neefe with the Zunari check. So he has a little bit more done, even though he's behind. But, I mean, like I said, I mean, Jim has constantly had, like, a little bit more checks, but a little behind. So it's like, and there's our first match.
There it is! Whoop.
But I
That
think
is
this
actually... That's a good call for Jim, because he gets to beat those small armos pretty quickly with the Master Sword, instead of having to hit them.
Oh, that would have been so nice before doing the top side.
Yes. Alright, so this is actually a chance for Jim to catch up in that room. Because it's gonna be, it should be a lot smoother than it was for Neefe. Just, without the Master Sword, you have to hit them 2 times. And with the Master Sword, it's just 1 hit. So if he actually plays this right, he's gonna gain a little bit of time over, well, not over, but at least to catch up to catching up to Neefe.
Yeah, Neefe choosing to do the roll clip here.
There we go. This is what I'm talking about. Is Jim destroying this this thing like it's nothing?
Pretty good on Jim's part. Missed a few, but what are you gonna do? I'm sure he doesn't spend his time practicing this room. Sword equal baby seat. I agree.
Yeah, it's not the seed, it's the runners, definitely. Alright, so Jim's just gonna check this chest, and then he's gonna go to the basement. That's what I'm talking about getting some time, because he's pretty far off into one temple for now. So it should go pretty smoothly. And also, oh wait, the compass hasn't come out, so that means the compass is gonna be downstairs.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so now Jim can totally, just like Neefe did, just skip the chest, and which is a really slow chest. If you have
And
a
a
bad
glitchy
time in
check.
that. So yeah, so he will now get to skip this and go directly to the boss, if I am correct. That is, of course, if Jim has noticed that he's missing, and it certainly looks like it.
Yeah, and you notice on Neefe's screen, he's kind of between a rock and a very small thing. Well, the reason you do that is that when you sidle against that wall, the devs actually just put that block just a few pixels too far away from the wall. So you can just kind of squeeze in. There's nothing special going on there. It doesn't have a chest storage or anything. He just kind of is there because devs are like, you know what? What if we just misplaced this rock? They did.
It's kind of just like, hey, settle into it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. There's nothing else to it. And just roll a couple of times to get into to actually get into the room.
If only they'd misplaced some other blocks as well.
I know. Can we just have every single block misplaced, please? Ooh, gymnast speeding across this room.
Gymnast might be catching up on this boss, depending on how the boss goes for him. Because babies from Mulgara are kind of irritating sometimes. For now, it looks like it's on the second phase, so it's not going to be much of a problem.
Will he go for it?
Oh.
Yeah, you can actually hit Mulgara out of the air like that, and you also go for a quick snipe, but he missed it. It's a very, very, very tight snipe when he goes back into the ground like that, but it's possible to grab his tongue again. And yeah, sniping out of the air is pretty tight as well, but it saves also a really good amount of time. Also, Soup in this boss fight only helps with the mini Mulgaras. It doesn't actually do any extra damage to the tongue. His tongue is solely based off of how many times you hit it, not the damage.
There's Jim on phase 2 while neefe is ending the Mulgara fight, which makes it really interesting because that took a while to activate actually.
Bloody, that is the Sans DLC.
And Jim missing the air snipe. It's pretty tight.
Yeah, especially getting it both times.
Yeah.
There's the third shard for neefe. So since he does not have fire and ice arrows, he might be going for the checks from Lanzo. It's either that or he's going to Earth Temple or Angular Isles. But that is about it because he does not have any chance for elemental checks right now.
This is actually a nice place to not have fire and ice arrows because it means that they like have to be in Earth Temple at this point. And yeah, probably just gonna go to Earth Temple. But yeah, it really clears up, like, you don't have to check any overall checks before going to Earth Temple.
Consider they could still, I'm pretty sure they could still be behind the Picto box though. Which
I forgot about that, that's true.
Makes it been, yeah, we do have the Picto box and we have the mirror shield now. So Lenzo's checks, the 3 checks from Lenzo are active now, as well as the Angular Owls check, and looks like he's going for the Angulars one right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty dumb.
Which, in my opinion, it's one of the best plays possibly, because since it's only 1 check, it's pretty good to get it off the way real quickly. And since the temple is pushing you basically towards there, you might as well. But it could still be telling you to go to Earth Temple.
No Super Swim. I'm disappointed. Have we seen a single Super Swim this run?
I don't think we have, sadly.
Wow. I'm gonna call Gymnast after this. Like, hey man.
Yeah, the thing is, Gob, is that we mostly do not, most runners do not Super Swim in Rando.
I'm gonna report Gymnast.
But I do understand what you're saying. Yeah, I have seen your runs.
You're still alive?
Oh, who knows? And there's Jim almost forgetting to talk to Lenzo, which is not that bad because he has to leave, so it's really quick to just go back, but still. And let's see. There's the red jelly.
Yeah,
We've been looking forward to this moment all race long.
It kind of looks like fire because it's red, so it's kind of like fire and ice arrows.
That's pretty similar to it.
And there's a blue chew jelly, so together, I mean,
you could maybe convince Creeb.
Alright, so if it's most likely going in one fall now, checking the Picto box check. No, he's going to Great Fish. Oh yeah, because he's gonna want to do the Sonari check now.
Yeah. The treasure charts. All right.
Number 1 as well.
Yeah.
Not looking too hot at the moment, sadly.
Yeah, that's right. I would say if well, basically at any point, if anything has a bow, it will make Windfall more optimal. But there's still a good chance that there is none here, and we will be forced to go to Earth Temple before that. And
Might as well
still
be
having
100% rando at this point.
yeah, and we still have a chance that if they go to Earth Temple, they will still have to go back to Windfall and do the checks because there are about I do believe there's 4 or 5 checks that are elemental checks that require fire and ice arrows.
Yep.
And since we still have we're still missing, we would still be missing 1 bow and 2 swords. There's a lot of chance, and there's
money.
an orange rupee.
Oh, Earth Temple is the play. I feel like even with this, I mean, you need 2 swords, 2 arrows. It's a lot to hope for on Overworld.
Yes.
And with
You know-
skips, I mean, it's not really useful to have those items in dungeons.
You know what that means, Kappa?
I didn't see where the gym warped.
Outside.
Oh, okay. So Jim
He
is
is
gonna skip
hitting
that angular else check, and this could be really good for him because this is the moment where Jim has finally officially catched up to Neefe.
Yeah,
and
this
since he's
pretty much
skipping
gets him
this,
ahead.
yes, if he's skipping angular owls check, that means he could pretty much be he could pretty much have the advantage here. That is in case he decides to never actually go to angular owls.
What's
Neefe
he doing?
opting not use the leaf, even though he has it.
Ah, and soup. If magic was the issue. But, I mean, it's not, but... Alright, well, he's in.
And there's beautiful treasure charts for Neefe. He must be pretty excited about those.
Yeah, so this Earth Temple is make it or break it, pretty much.
Yeah, I feel like I would have gone... No, I wouldn't have gone for dungeons. I'm lying. But I feel like I would want to go for the dungeons as a seed. I'm too baby to actually take risks.
I also didn't know you could take a picture before you talk to them.
Go
can.
mode ET time. Exactly.
Go
Hyrule
what
has
you
4
can
checks, alright?
with.
I mean, just fairy dupe, Kappa. Although that has sadly been banned.
Boo.
I don't get why I said banned.
I could go so fast.
I mean, if you could like do fairy dip like 5 times in a row, you deserve it, dude. Because that is extremely difficult.
Gymnast? Oh, there you go, buddy. You were
Having
so
a little
close.
problems up in the chest. Enough to kind of get started, and when Nerf Temple, most runners don't go for the left side unless they have 2 keys, which I do think was the problem in last seed. The Neef left out the last the checks on the left side, for which Jim had a lot of advantage with. As I do think it had the last Master Sword that was needed for go mode. I am not sure if that was the item though.
Yeah. I don't know. Wow, imagine not going with Inner Simple.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun. Is an Earth Temple just for go moding?
I thought so, but...
Here's neefe entering Earth Temple, running out of overroll checks, unfortunately.
Okay, so any Earth Temple predictions?
I think the big key is going to be in this chest on each side.
Bingo.
I'm saying basement is stacked. Everything else is useless. By stacked, I mean Maggie's letter and one sword.
Maggie's letter and picture box.
You know what? Even better.
Just to rub it in.
Maggie's-
Ooh,
oh,
fire,
there it
fire,
is.
Nice
Ooh.
arrows. All right.
Oh, that's pretty much go mode.
And Jim is opting to do the left side of Earth Temple first. There's a potential you can get key locked. There's a way to skip getting key locked, even if you technically don't have the keys for it, by doing a precise roll clip and leaf pumps. But it's pretty dumb. And there's also just a chance you won't get key locked, so we'll see.
Also, you just saw an interesting thing, which is kind of like the medley skip, and it's really useful because medley isn't.
Yeah, unlike my car, Medley doesn't have that many users.
Yeah, Makar is awesome.
He is my favorite onion.
You know, Makar doesn't cry if you accidentally push him into a wall.
Yeah, he'll just fall. He'll take it. He makes a little jingle whenever he walks.
Maggie's letter in Hyrule locking light arrows.
Oh boy.
Maggie's letter in vanilla light arrows. Check.
Oh.
Oh.
Master Sword. All
There
right.
we go. There we go. So Gaudy was right. Earth Temple was the absolute play.
Oh man.
It
So
is
we're
not
start-
looking good, guys.
This is not.
And we'll definitely have to see where if neefe decides to go basement first. We'll see what the rest of the checks are like, but there's a chance that gymnast could get go mode before finishing basement.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, if you get go mode before you get into the before you have to go to the mayor's room,
Oh,
it's always good.
Yeah. So this
Jim
is
doing a
what,
smoky skip.
Yep. This is what I was talking about a little earlier. But
All right,
easy.
going directly to touching that loading zone will put you inside the room automatically, which is really nice. It happens almost with every loading zone that is in the game.
Yeah, when you're leafing, loading zones, even anything, I mean, they extend infinitely upwards, but makes leafing the things very easy.
Also, you can skip this entire boss fight, which has a lot.
Oh.
There's a Master Sword.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh! All we need is light arrows now. Okay,
All right,
cool.
this is gonna be very interesting now, because
Wow.
well, you just saw neefe getting his fire and ice arrows, and he's actually, even though
Oh.
he only has one key, he's going directly
So
to
Gymnast is coming-
the left
oh, never
side.
mind.
So
I really wonder
Okay.
if Neefe is doing a
Wow.
smoky skip as well, though.
Yeah.
Because if he has to do left side twice, then that could.
Oh.
Oh,
no.
okay, no, it's a smoky here.
there's a small
Okay.
key. Yeah, fortunately,
mind.
you can just save and quit there. See, he's guaranteed a small key in the basement right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, Gymnast couldn't have checked that if he wanted to be sure to get the skip, just because there's no way to go back down the stairs if you don't open them. So he had to do that roll clip, and he had to be out of bounds, and that's the only way to do it, is just go for it. So got a little unlucky that that was a small key, but not that big of a deal.
Still fairly ahead, though.
Yes.
Yeah, still pretty fairly ahead, because neefe is about to get his items, but he still needs to go check the rest of the dungeon, and we're still looking for a possibility that neefe does not actually do the small key skip.
Yeah, but even then he will get a small key, so we'll see what happens.
True.
Nori asking the real questions.
It's like bird dandruff or something.
Those are the right questions.
Oh, neefe actually opening that up. That's just in
Maybe.
case that he doesn't get his items. So you can come back faster later. Perhaps.
That does mean he has to finish the fight, though. Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh,
And deluxe Victor box. Alright.
interesting.
Yeah, so neefe
Neefe-
is losing a lot of time here.
Wait.
Yeah, he's grabbing medley.
Okay. I'm surprised he didn't just roll clip. But maybe he doesn't know about it,
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, I feel he has to know about it. Maybe you just don't want to chance the small key. But
Yeah.
even then, I mean, even if you don't know the full skip, you might as well check the casket.
So that could be the difference.
Yeah, that's
that-
honestly like game winning right there.
Yeah, but that
Unless
also
it's in
depends-
Hyrule, of course.
And it also depends. If Jim either gets this this
Alright.
small key or not, because we're still looking for
Lighter
a
rest.
possibility
Right here.
of.
Oh, wait, no.
We're still looking for a possibility that the light arrows could be an overrule. We have a lot of overrule checks now open. We have the Menenko check. We have the possibility for Jim still checking Angular Isles and the all new elemental checks now.
Yeah.
Gobity, you were 1 minute too early. Pepe laugh.
Oh no.
Yeah, that is correct. We got the Angular Isles. We got at least three. No, that is 5 elemental checks that require this. So yeah, we got. Do you think it's 6? So we can still get to see those in there.
Mail from Bido.
Oh, that is true. We got mail from Beta.
Yeah, and obviously Gymnast didn't want to go to Angular right away because he can super swim from Earth Temple to Angular. Don't disappoint me, Gymnast.
Super Sim gang.
Neefe didn't miss a chest. He opted to skip a chest which had his final master sword in it because he didn't have the required keys. Ironically, if he would have just done the regular strats and checked the next chest, he would have gotten the key to get his master sword, but he didn't want to risk it apparently, so.
There's a compass. Oof. We finally get to see the checks in the map. In case you don't know where they are. Also, there's Neefe leafing for some reason on top of the
Did
on
not
top
want to
of
be cursed.
yeah, you don't want to
Maybe he
be
has some bad PTSD with the floor masters. I don't know.
Oh man,
Not for me
I
to
totally
judge.
understand. I totally understand him. I have a bit of trauma with the floor masters too. Those damn go modes.
Those are ruined lots of go modes from me.
The Wen Temple go modes, dude. That damn floor master at the end.
Oh my god. And we have Gymnast finally doing the Mirror's Room. This is, if light arrows are in Earth Temple, this is probably where they are going to be. Actually, it's the only place so far, but usually, regardless of not doing left side first. They like to hide.
So, I think your initial guess was Miriam, right? Cody?
Well, I mean, as long as we can get Maggie's letter in the mirror room, then I say we're pretty good to go.
It could still be Pixel.
All right, I'll
That
pick
dream. That dream is not dead.
That's true. Sniping it with the light. Sometimes those chests really do not like to open, but
So, alright, so this is what we were talking about earlier. Also, that there was a huge possibility that Jim could very much get up with it, and now we are seeing him basically ahead of neefe for quite a lot, because neefe will at some point have to go back and check the left side. So I can fairly say this is an actual interesting advantage, not a huge advantage for Jim, but certainly one to look out for. And neefe will have to step it up right now and try to make as less mistakes as he can to be able to catch back up to Jim.
yeah, definitely. Especially these last couple chests coming in. Even though he's not too incredibly far behind, just that one Master Sword. Ironically, it's also kind of a game deciding one as well. It's kind of weird. You can definitely catch up from it, but if Gymnast just plays it regularly without wasting all the time on the checks that neefe did, then it's game deciding. But
Yeah, because also as Jim is wrapping up this mirrors room, neefe is just getting to it. So we were talking about neefe having like a 2-room advantage, if it can be said like that.
yeah,
And right now he's behind for almost a full room. But
Yep.
this roll clip could actually get him back up. Depends on how many tries it takes for Jim to get it, because it's not easy. Especially because even if you get it, there's still a chance you will be locked out by this kind of walls that will push you out. So you have to, once you get there, you actually have to stay right where Jim stayed.
yeah. If you go too far, the walls just be like, you know what? You can't go back. We're solid now.
And Jim is just gonna mercilessly destroy the skulls before they are even alive.
Now we get to see a fast strat here. If you freeze one of these guys and immediately hit them with your hammer before they unfreeze, you can hit them and kill them in one hit.
Ooh. And there's neefe for the first try roll clip. Damn.
And there's a
Ooh.
skull necklace. Jim has
Oof.
go mode.
There we go.
All right, so yeah, Gymnast has a very small lead now, depending, because now he has to check overworld, and depending on which checks he goes for, he could get insanely ahead of neefe and just get go mode, or he can catch up and do all the same checks, and might not be that much.
Fortunately for Jim, he did open the wire pot on the last room, so he's gonna be able to get really quickly for the Jalal boss. And now neefe is gonna have to make a choice. Either he's going directly to the boss fight and skipping those checks that he's missing, or he's going now. Which, even if I didn't know where the items were, my call would be directly go check those, get them off the way. You already have the map, and you already have the compass, so there's a huge possibility that there's something there.
And now neefe knows that the crypt has to be a small key as well, which is a feels bad man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's skipping it.
Oh, okay. Last Master Sword is Skeletor boss room, mini boss.
Skeletor.
And we're gonna have a vanilla fight with Jolhyla, actually.
What?
Going back into mirror room.
Did he skip Selphos, or?
Yeah, I do believe he's gonna do that. Wait, hold on.
You cannot drop a bomb that fast, sir.
Oh, he skipped southwest. Okay.
Yeah, that really puts him behind. And he's gonna have to do. Oh wow. Yeah.
Looks like I'm just gonna get the 3-cycle Jalhala, which is the best one you can get.
No.
And Neefe's
The
gonna
light's
lose
always
a
stuck
quite.
here.
He's gonna get quite a bit of gonna lose quite a bit of time, unfortunately, because he has to check this and then go back to the left room.
Yeah, this is real bad for neefe. Gymnast Earth Temple was pretty much perfect. And neefe's is very much not perfect.
Yeah, pretty much he either goes go back on the war pot, or just saves and quit. But I mean, it's still a pretty big time loss. There's the dungeon map. So now he knows he has to check the left side. It now depends on whether he's gonna do it now or he's gonna do it after Jalhala.
Yep.
There is also the off chance that he decides to skip it.
Yes.
Boy, that would not be good.
Would not be good. That would be basically committing the same mistake in 2 races in a row, sadly.
And Gymnast finishing his Triforce. All he needs is Light Arrow and he can go beat the game. Now, because it's just Light Arrows.
I mean, he
the
could
Nala
also
Light
do.
Arrows are still in the running.
He could do Linkus strats.
Alright, come on. Super swim. Super swim. Come on. He's... No. Alright, you know what?
Ooh.
Run not validated.
He's probably gonna go somewhere else and just super swim out of there. Just for no reason.
Yeah, neefe luckily
Where
good
is this
checking
guy?
mini boss.
I'm gonna have to revoke his Wind Waker privileges.
No Wind Waker for a month.
Yeah.
So, if I saw what he was doing correctly, he does know about the rule clip. He just decided to skip it. That is kind of unfortunate because he's gonna realize that this rule clip would have actually done a lot for him.
Yeah, if he just would have done this, I mean, he would have been essentially tied with Gymnast.
Yeah, and it didn't took any time at all, actually. It was pretty quickly for him. It was almost first try.
Super Swimity.
Yes. So he's gonna get
another
his...
treasure shard.
He's gonna get the small key he needs, and just gonna go, not beat the mini-boss, of course, because why would we?
Oh no. Where is the Light Arrows? This is awful. Imagine getting almost every single final upgrade in Earth Temple except for Light Arrows, and now you have an entire overworld full of checks that you didn't have before.
I mean, Gobbity, do you really want the answer to that?
No, I really don't. Because it's going to be vanilla.
And there it is. He has the fully powered Master Sword.
Yeah.
Now he only has to beat Jalala, and he should be on his way to just catch up to Jim and basically find Light Arrow. So now it will depend on who gets the right checks and who doesn't, basically.
I was really hoping Jim's going to fire a regular arrow. He's holding it for so long. Also, no Maggie's letter, so what do I know?
The dream is alive. Yeah, too bad that.
And...
Ah!
Ooh! There it is.
Ruining all my dreams, Kappa.
So unfortunately, we this will open up a chest for the postman, which requires for us to watch a cutscene on Maggie's house. But we cannot go directly to Maggie's house because it requires for us to go put that in the mail. And apparently, Jim is gonna go check the transparent chest before he goes to check mail. That is because it's really close to him, and it's huge possibility he has light arrows.
There's the
And
ladder.
there
It is in go mode.
Jim making the right call, and now we're going directly to Hyrule.
Gymnast
So-
is prompt and ready to take this victory over Neefe to progress in the bracket.
Yes.
Yeah, he will have, like, at this point, he now has to make a huge mistake in Hyrule to for Neefe to catch up to him. Like, he really needs a really bad RNG on Puppet Ganon, which it's Jim. we are sure that is not a thing that will happen. So there we go. We're going to Hyrule now, boys, and
Yeah, girls.
yeah, all there's left is to beat the game.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but this means that Tress has redeemed himself, sadly.
Sadly.
Man.
Well,
Yeah, I'm just making good calls not to do the other checks. I'm just going there straight away.
Yeah, it was really interesting as well, because Neefe was ahead in the early game and mid game, I'd say.
All of Fire and Ice arrow checks besides Creep and Chest
and
and Angular for Jim.
you guys were talking about also how Jim this whole race was trying to catch up to Neefe. And as I said, there was a huge possibility in that Neefe could make a mistake, or just Jim could get really lucky, which is actually both happened right now.
Yeah.
So this is the thing about rando. Anything can happen, and even if you have a huge advantage, you can still lose it in a snap of a finger. So yeah, that is exactly what happened right now. We didn't even notice when Jim was already ahead and after one temple. Because one temple was actually kind of the difference.
Yeah.
Since Jim basically played everything as he would, they both got to skip a chest, and yeah, kind of put in the meantime, Neefe decides to go for an angular Isles check, which unfortunately does not pay off, and that is what puts him quite behind. So yeah, pretty interesting race.
And we have Neefe going to Great Fish, not where his light arrows are. So that's going to put him even further behind at this point, and he's going to Needle Rock. Yeah, well, if he didn't lose already, that pretty much seals it. That's a pretty long check.
Neefe going to my favorite island, of course it's not going to have anything. I am so sorry, Neefe. I am going to disappoint you today.
Yeah. It's rough, though, because, I mean, like, it's not like the light arrows weren't in a Fire and Ice arrow check. So going for Fire and Ice arrow checks are clearly a good idea. But,
Yeah, true.
It's just the
yeah,
unlucky gamble.
it's the luck.
Well, if it has Hero's Charm, unfortunately he has also ball percent, so he's automatically the winner, even if Jim gets the best PG ever.
That's true.
Yeah, that's the rules. I didn't set it. I did not set them up.
I mean, he could still get double magic though, which holds stronger. 4 bottles or double magic.
Please don't get me started on magic armor. That's like just if you find all of them, just stop the seed already. Like there's
That's your
absolutely
good
no
one.
reason to continue.
And 100 rupees, matching the color of his wallet. Incredible. Let's go, Puppet Ganon for Jim. Wow,
Ooh,
imagine
Sal,
missing a
missing
shot
that
on Puppet
first.
Ganon.
Wow.
Wow.
So
What is
yeah, we
this,
know Jim
amateur
for
hour?
being.
Wow,
So,
missing
there
2
we go.
shots. Jeez, man. This guy's supposed to be good or something. Whatever, I guess. A bit disappointed, if I'm being honest.
And on the left side, unfortunately, we see Neefe going for all the wrong checks now.
no.
Oh.
Yeah, so if we see Ice Ring today, unfortunately it means that literally Neef took all the wrong choices today.
Yeah, that sucks too because he hasn't even checked the letter yet, and that's usually a good place for your letters to hide as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Jim getting the crep shot. Wow.
Very nice. And magic.
Now let's see that truck shot. We all want to see it. First shot easy.
Ooh, that sniper was sick.
Didn't even
And
let him
tails in
turn
the
around.
wall. Yeah, can't hit it.
Ooh.
Oh.
At least the whole
very
snake didn't
unfortunate.
go out of bounds. Oh
Talking-
my.
Yeah,
Never mind. There he is. Out of bounds. Missing again. Wow. Get away
Jimmy.
from the wall, please.
Jimmy's not having a good time.
There we go. Now he's out of magic, but yeah, he'll just finish his soup. Neef getting a treasure chart. Maybe he'll be able to dig up some luck in the next race. And that's Pub again and done. Unfortunately, no sub 2 this seed, but Jim will finish rather close.
Yeah, Jim will still get a really good time. He's looking easily looking for a sub 205. So that's always pretty neat.
Yeah. Let's see how long he mashes on the rope.
So right now,
Stopped it early.
Alright, so we can now safely say GG's to Jim. He's now going directly to Ganon. There's
Neef's
almost
going to
no
Ice
possibility. Yeah, he's going to Ice Ring.
He's going to Hyrule
Neef,
next.
No!
Ring. Yeah,
Neef.
he's going to Hyrule. Oh no.
Well, I mean, it is a trust seed. I would understand why he's going, why he would go to Hyrule.
Man.
Now, Jim, as fast as possible, going all the way up to get on the roof, and that's basically a wrap for Jim's seed.
Ganon does a lot of damage. I mean, not as
Yeah.
much as Black Pig, but
Yeah, there's
You
still
know,
a
he'll get
possibility for Jim to get to lose some time, but I don't think there's enough for him for Neef to catch up at this moment.
God, buddy. Lotus asking the real questions.
that's true. He didn't super swim. I'm gonna have to disqualify him from this race, but that said, Neef didn't either. So it's a mutual thing. It might cancel.
Yeah, they're
each other
gonna have
out.
to play a fourth seed now.
So
And it's
technically,
gotta- it's
Neef
gotta be
still
trust.
could win this.
And
And
Time.
there we go.
That is Gymnast
GG's to
finishing, taking the series over Neef, 2-1.
Getting a
Wow.
2-2 clean.
Yeah.
Well, basically. GG's to Jim, who's going to round 4 on the winners bracket, remaining still only losing one of the races. That was actually the first race in Neef.
And as Jim finishes, Neef is on Windfall at last, and it's a little bit too late.
I would say quite a bit too late.
It's a little. Yeah, so hopefully we do get Gymnast in here. I haven't talked to my mans in a while.
oh,
Is this the
And
name,
that
the
is
myth,
Gymnast.
the legend? Is this the real Gymnast86?
The real Gymnast
Discord chat?
86? Wow.
Wow.
How sure are you that it's the
Surprise.
real one?
okay. I have to ask like the first question. What were you thinking after Wind Temple?
After Wind Temple, I was like, well, if I don't find anything at Earth Temple, I guess I'm probably going to have to rush Hyrule. But thankfully, that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was looking like a chest seed for real.
I didn't get my first Master Sword until 80 minutes in, which is a bit over what we usually prefer.
And then you got everything.
Yeah, that Dark Knot fight looked really fun. I'm looking forward to getting one fight like that.
Oh yeah, with just regular sword and no ice arrows.
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully the seed decided to give us lots of heart containers and heart pieces, so
How nice!
able to survive
what
the
a
fight.
generous
Yeah.
seed.
It's like compensating for all the troubles that you're gonna have to go through without a Master Sword. So I gotta ask though. I want to know if you at any time had a feeling of being behind.
Can I quickly get in here just for a second
Yeah.
to say that I love gymnast?
Oh, thanks.
Who? Neefe gets his light arrows, getting into go mode. That's just the way it goes.
I did feel like, I mean, when I was having trouble with the damage boost in the chest storage in what is it, Cliff Plateau, I was like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was right at the beginning, but I was like, I'm probably behind right now, but just the beginning. And then after I checked Cabana and Bomb Isle and didn't get anything from either, I was like, I'm probably behind right now.
Yeah,
So-
you and Neefe, really, even though you did checks in different orders, it was essentially the same route.
Yeah, it was insane.
Just
You were
different
just going
order.
back and forth between being first and second.
Yeah, and you would do things like a little earlier or later, and so it was always like you were playing cat and mouse with Neefe the entire time. It's like, oh, if Neefe goes for this check, then it's gonna put Gymnast back in the lead, or if he doesn't, he's gonna stay ahead. So
Yeah,
the
no.
whole game right until the end.
Unfortunately for Neefe, he did almost the same mistake he did last race, which was skip but at this time he only skipped 2 checks on Earth Temple on the left side as well, which of course had the last Master Sword and made him have to go back several times to check different stuff, which put him lost basically the chance to catch up again.
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone doesn't like the left side. Like, there's stuff there.
Well, yeah, not keys. Well, I mean this round, but you know, not keys usually.
I mean, as long as you're not Linkus, then.
Oh yeah, why did you decide to go to both you and Neefe did this? I'm wondering if your thought processes were the same, but why did you decide to go to Forbidden Woods before DRC?
Just because I was like, you know, if I go to Forbidden Woods, like, I mean, there were more checks that I was guaranteed to be able to get in Forbidden Woods compared to Dragoners, because since I didn't have bombs, if the Tingle chest contained a key that was necessary, I wasn't going to be able to get it.
Right.
And then it just so happened that we got bombs and hookshot. Really
that was the best call. Yeah, because you couldn't even get the boss key at that point, so it's like, man, or boss key chest.
No, we could,
Then you
because
could.
we
Well,
had
once you got
grapple
the
hook and
hookshot.
leaf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about the Forbidden
Yeah,
Woods?
Forbidden Woods, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, also in Dragon's Cavern, you chose to shoot down the platform. Was there like reason for that, or?
Yeah, it was so that I could go and check the rope under bridge chest, because ultimately checking that chest early allowed me to skip checking the grapple hook chest.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because once, I mean, I knew that like all 3 of the last chests were going to have boss key, compass, and map. I was hoping boss key would be in one of the 2 near the boss door, but
Right.
of course not.
Yeah, I got to see that. I haven't seen that skip in a hot minute.
Actually, I could have safely done the chest storage BK skip. Now that I
Yeah.
think about it.
Huh. Well, it could have been the boss key, so you didn't really know. Could have stored the boss key chest.
I mean, it didn't look like there was much of a trouble while doing that
Right.
peeky skip, so so I didn't see that as a problem. All right, Neefe. About to enter Puppet Cannon. Let's see how it goes for him now.
Oh yeah, Gymnast, I noticed you missed 2 shots on phase 1. Are you feeling okay? Are you rusty or something? Like, I really was...
Yeah, I don't know,
impressed.
man. Like once those shots missed, I felt the wind just got knocked out of me. I was not the hero of the wind anymore.
Yeah. Better get back in the weight room.
Yeah.
Practice it a bit more.
Practice with the puppet gun and punching back. With animatronic tail movements.
Yeah, that's what I say. You need someone to just move it around on a chain.
Yeah, Jim with his makeshift light arrows.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
Neefe.
also that third phase was interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, I was like, I should probably get like out of being sandwiched by puppet Ganon in the wall.
Yeah, he's just not leaving you alone. I was saying in commentary, I'm like, man, at least he's not going out of bounds. And then you hit him, and he goes like 3/4 out of bounds. Like, well, all right.
Yeah, I was like, this is gonna be a little difficult. Let's reform our strategy here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna disqualify you. You didn't do a single super swim, so
Yeah, we
Oh,
gotta talk
right.
about that.
neither you or
Hey.
Neefe.
Yeah, excuse me for not wanting to be slow.
Wow.
Wow.
Ooh. Gobby roasted. Gobby roasted for trying to roast people.
Yeah,
I
that's
know. I
like
would never roast anyone, dude. I'm just trying to create a nice, friendly gathering here, and I'm just being shot down at every corner.
I mean, I guess the one super sim that like might be worth it is from Windfall to Eastern Ferry before you sail up to Poprin.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the one for Mother and Child of Forsaken Fortress, but that's only if Forsaken
Oh, yeah.
Fortress is.
Oh, yeah,
obviously.
after Earth Temple, Gobby was cheering for you to super swim to Angular.
I'm like, guys, he didn't check any overworld because he could super swim to Angular after, duh.
You're thinking a bit too like greedy for how I go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, have
Here's
you
the
seen
hope.
Gobby's runs? He's never not greedy about super swims. And there we go. There's phase 2.
Yeah,
All right,
I
let's
wonder
see
if
if-
it's
Let's see if Neef's third phase can beat Gymnasts.
At any point, do you think it was going to be vanilla light arrows?
I mean, I greatly considered the possibility up until I got fire and ice arrows in Earth Temple.
Yeah.
Like, I did also think about the possibility that, like, the light arrow chest might have fire and ice arrows, and it was going to make me double dip out to the overworld for one of those checks.
Yeah,
and
and I-
luckily went to Windfall first, and Neef just went to every other check before Windfall.
Yeah, and at that point you were missing both Pixel Box and Maggie's letter, so we had some monkey ass moments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
my
a
calls
chip.
Maggie letters and Pictobucks in basement.
There's phase 3. We're going up to Ganon, boys.
All right, I'm guessing at 2:14:50.
Interesting. No,
I'll go 2:14:49.
Yeah, 2:15. What about you, Chad? What do you think? Nothing, apparently.
Good race.
Chat's dead.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah, Chad's dead. 2:16. Oof. I
3
don't know,
whole
I'll let-
minutes. What is
Missing
this?
a little fate
vanilla?
for Neef.
2:15:01.
2:15:02. Damn. Well, I'm trying to destroy my 15:02,
15:03.
which is not going to be possible, I think, now.
Yes,
Yeah,
go
also
East.
Gymnast, you're facing D next. Any thoughts about that?
I mean, I know that Dean has put a lot of work into like randomizer strategy and whatnot, so it might be harder to win. But I don't think I'm gonna like change how I play or anything.
Confidence, as always. That's the gymnast. We all know. And love.
Yeah, guys, at 215 is not possible now. I mean, unless he dies again. Which, with the amount of hearts he has, I don't think he's gonna do it.
Don't underestimate him.
Oh, missing the face, sadly. Wait. It's possible again, if he gets a really bad second face.
Are you guys wanting him to do badly?
No.
No.
It's not.
No,
We would never do that.
Oh, okay.
we would never
Come on,
bet on
what
people's
kind of
times in
person
rando.
do you think I am, gymnast? I'm always very honest. I have integrity. I respect everyone, okay? Jeez.
Wait,
Unless they do not super
Slandered in here.
Goblet, didn't you call Vanilla Light Arrows?
Listen. That was then. This is now. I'm a reformed human being.
And there it is. 214.58. GG's
Remember when I
to
said...
neefe.
Wait, I said 49, didn't I? Shoot. 10 seconds.
3 seconds off. Not like this.
Alright, well, GG's to neefe. That was a very, very close race up until Earth Temple. And here he comes.
He's in the... I think someone has to drag him in.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Looks like he is here.
hello.
GG gymnast.
Thank you. GG to you too.
Yeah, so I asked Jim this question as well, but what were you thinking after Wind Temple, neefe?
I was thinking, man, I sure don't have a lot of items.
Yeah.
I sure would like a master sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Dark Knight fight with the butter knife was interesting, to say the least.
Oh, it was intense.
Yeah, I also have to ask, in Earth Temple, what were your thought process in the left side?
The left side, I just didn't think that there would be a key in that room next to the mini boss. So I thought I'll come back when I get a key, not realizing that the key was there. So
Yeah,
yeah.
because I think that was like the big separator between your out and Jim's.
Yeah, but
Probably
that-
4 minutes lost there, something like that.
Yeah, it was
long.
huge because gymnast also just skipped the getting the small key, just did the key skip. So
Oh.
I will say, when I got both Master Sword upgrades on the left side of Wind Temple, I was like, okay, good, I'm safe. He's not going to check this.
yeah, because at that point it was still close. You're still going left side first, doing everything right up until that moment.
Yeah, and you're also really unlucky with the overall checks.
Yeah,
Yeah, at the end, I got lucky and got light arrows pretty quickly.
Yeah.
it's the last thing I checked.
Yep.
Couldn't believe it.
yeah, it still was a pretty interesting race all the way. Like even with those like back-to-backs the whole race, in the end it was pretty interesting to see how they both how you guys both suddenly changed routes after being basically straight up forward, which that change of pace and change of routing inside temples, it's what absolutely did the difference.
Yeah, and neefe, we asked Jim about this, but I'll ask you as well. Why did you choose Forbidden Woods over Dragon Race Cavern?
just because I got the bow is what it was, and I thought there's probably going to be a key locked behind bombs in DRC. That happens a lot. So without bombs, I thought it'd be a better idea to do Forbidden Woods.
Yeah.
Exactly the same reason then. All right. Does anyone have any questions then?
Yeah, any questions from chat are appreciated.
Yeah, I thought what a really interesting part about the seed was that you could have gone to Earth Temple and like done everything before Wind
Really
Temple.
early on, yeah.
Yeah, but like everything was like pointing, like all the checks you got: Iron Boots, Command Melody, Leaf, Skullhammer. It's like it's all pointing towards Wind Temple. Nope, Earth Temple. 3 swords.
Well, we did get the
arrows.
mirror shield in Wind Temple, which was important.
That's true too.
Oh, yeah.
Right out that.
Was the delivery bag required for this seed?
Remember it.
I mean, not technically, but you would have had to double dip Earth Temple if you didn't have mirror shield. Because you would have had to get fire and ice arrows in Earth Temple, go out and find light arrows, and then go back into Earth Temple to beat Jalhalla.
Mm. Okay, P-Man asks, what was the worst seed out of the 3 matches you played?
This one,
Uh,
I didn't like it.
I feel like this one was probably the worst.
It's just so weird. I don't like playing without a Master Sword. It's just convenient.
I think most players can agree to that.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, neefe, you're not that big of a fan of Diamond Step Relay, I can see.
No. It's not fast. I'll prove it by, I don't know, winning more. I obviously didn't prove it, because I had to go back and check it today. But it was fast in the first game, where I could skip Diamond Step completely.
Yeah, I think it was empty this run as well.
Yeah, all it had was like a piece of heart and a Triforce chart.
Yep.
But I guess it's the thought that counts. Okay.
Yeah, Linkus was in here a little earlier just to see, and I quote him, just to see who he had to face in the loser's bracket. So with that being said, I'm his next opponent. Gymnast, how do I beat Linkus?
Did you listen to my advice the other day?
No.
Oh, well. Linkus gets really nervous whenever he runs against me, so if you want to make him nervous, just be me.
Oh. Okay. That makes sense. How sub-D does that count?
You just gotta become the game. That's it. That's a strat.
I'll just start posting your emotes in his chat.
If you want to become me, you have to tier 3 sub and give me more money. That doesn't work with tier 1.
You know,
You heard it, guys.
you have a hard bargain.
To actually be good on rando and basically speedrunning, sub tier 3.
Or, you know, I was thinking about asking Linkus, just like, hey man, if I tier 3 to you, will you let me win? Because I know you're a dirty sellout, so.
I think that's a speck in the pond of his like 2,000 subscribers.
Hey man.
I'm not sure you're gonna get very far bribing him with like $17 US.
I mean, who knows? Maybe if you add a smiley emoticon, then...
Yeah. Exactly.
Any last thoughts or comments from anyone?
I'm glad I didn't run this seed.
Amen.
That's
Well,
fair.
I guess I just need to learn how, so maybe it'll be more or less painful.
Yes, please. Oh, I just want to say apologize to everybody for coming in as late as I did, but thank you very much for waiting for me to come, Tracker. Also to the restreamer who, well, of course, restreamed this whole race, and GG's to the runners.
Yeah, GG's both
Yeah,
Gymnast and
GGs.
neefe. Good luck in your next matches, and thanks to ibot02 for doing tracking tonight, and also great thanks for great commentary tonight by guest powered. Is it Pogi or is it Poguy?
Pogi.
Pogi, guest powered Pogi, Gobbity Bobbity, and Frostbite. It was awesome, guys. Thank you.
That's me.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was always a
Thank you.
blast.
So, I guess I'm ready to call it a night.
I am ready.
Okay.
Yes.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye,
Yeah,
everybody.
thanks. Have a good night, and we'll catch you again. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.